Yeah.
I don't think it was that way. So it's nice.
Well on your way.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How's everybody doing?
Great.
Good. Guys tired, excited?
Yes.
Hopefully you're excited. It's going to be an interactive session. I hope you're ready for it. My name is Jared Williams, 2008 initiate, Epsilon Iota chapter, Southeast Missouri State University. Senior consultant, myself along with Josh Murphy. Last year I traveled the Atlantic coast and Keystone regions, which is Delaware, Pennsylvania, New York, and New Jersey. Also did an expansion project at South Dakota State University. And this year I'm traveling Pacific Coast, Golden West, which is California and Nevada.
I think Pike University is the only place where we can be tired and excited at the same time. I was just thinking about that. I don't think there's any other time I've been tired and excited, maybe other than spring break. So yeah, hi gentlemen, my name is Josh Murphy. I'm a senior consultant as well. So this is my second year on staff. Last year I traveled our Founders, Great Lakes, and River Valley region. So that covered the state of West Virginia, Virginia, Maryland, Ohio, Michigan, and Canada. This year I'll be working with our colonies. So unfortunately going to travel everywhere from Arizona to New York. So I'm really very excited to help those groups. Hopefully we'll get them chartered. I did 2 successful expansion projects last year. At Northwestern State University, which is a small school in Louisiana, and then Cornell University in New York.
Forgot to mention mine was successful. So.
His was successful. I'm a 2007 initiate of the Epsilon Theta chapter at Colorado State University, and after that I transferred to the University of Arizona where I was the refounding president of our Gamma Delta chapter. Gentlemen, welcome to How to Talk to Anyone. We're leading this session because we know how to talk to anyone. I promise you by the end of this, and if you actually practice, you will be able to talk to anyone. If you can successfully recruit men to join your organization, I guarantee you'll be able to talk to any girl and go on a date with them too. So nothing else, remember that silver lining at the end. So we hope you take 3 things away from this session. The first one is being able to actually approach someone and hold a conversation. You know, a lot of people, the nerves get all built up, so they're scared to approach. Once they approach, they tank. Well, let's have some good conversation starters, and let's be confident to hold those conversations. Next, how to actually get a recruit's contact information without it being awkward. Hey man, let me get your digits. That's a weird question to ask, right? Let me grab your phone number. But we want it to not be awkward. We want it to come naturally. And then lastly, how to give some unique selling points on your chapter or your colony, and how to combat the no factors. These are all issues that people have, and once you guys have that down, you're going to be able to recruit anybody and talk to anyone. But it comes with practice, and that's what we're going to do a lot of role playing today. We want this session to be interactive, so please stop us, ask questions anytime you have them, and we'll go from there. So number 1, so we call it the art of making friends. That's what recruitment essentially is getting someone to be your friend. They're joining you. You are the organization. They're joining you, not the fraternity. So step 1 of the art of making friends is identify a situation and how to introduce yourself, or create it if you have to. So how do you do that? What are some ideas? Go ahead.
Bring 4 guys to a basketball pickup game.
Exactly. I was going to use that example too. You see a guy shooting hoops alone, and you have 4 guys, you go to the gym, you need a 5th, that's strategic. You didn't accidentally just forget your buddy. You didn't forget your point guard. You see a guy, you're like, all right, let's grab him, let's get him on our pickup team. That's number 1, create your situation on how to approach someone.
Yeah, so after you create that situation, number 2 is make your interest by asking a simple question. That could be either through a funny comment, that could be something obvious. So going back to what Josh said about the basketball, if I got 9 guys over here, he's the 10th one, he's shooting, like, hey man, you wanna go get a pickup game?
Sure.
Absolutely. Then after that, we play basketball. Turns out he's a stud. He's a good basketball player. After the game, man, that was a good game. Did you play anywhere in school, high school?
Yeah, definitely played in high school. It was awesome.
Boom. There you go. There's your conversation starter.
So now you got the hook. So you've created that bond. You guys both play basketball. You had a good time. Follow up with natural conversation. Act like you're talking to a friend. Ask him about himself. Get him to talk. He doesn't care about you. You're just the guy that approached him. Get him to talk about himself. Nothing is more stimulating than talking about yourself and hearing your own name, right? Who doesn't like to talk about themselves? I love it. So ask him natural conversation. Hey man, where'd you grow up? The typical questions, what's your major, what sports you play in high school, try and change them. Instead of what's your major, where do you see yourself after college? What are your career aspirations? So just follow up with natural conversations. You're talking to a friend.
And this was a big one, number 4. Identify a reason to ask for his contact information. So how do you think you go about doing that? Give me one example. Yeah.
I mean, you just tell them if you guys come down here often, they're probably in a few days going to play again. Just get his number and let him know what time you're coming down to play again.
Exactly. Ask him if he's playing tomorrow. When do you come up here and play often? Hey, me and all of our guys, we play every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 o'clock. Give me your number. I'll shoot you a text when we come up and play. Simple.
So also to add to that, maybe it's hey man, I got to run right now, so let me just grab your digits. We're actually playing again tomorrow. So number 5 is set up the next time to see this person. Do not leave without setting up a follow-up date to hang out, play basketball, barbecue, whatever it is. So if it's, hey man, I gotta run, I gotta hit the shower and then go to class. Let me grab your contact information. Hey man, we're also playing basketball again on Saturday night. Would you be willing to join? We're playing about 7 p.m. I'll grab your contact info, shoot you a text, we'll pick you up, whatever it has to be. Even if you are not playing basketball on Saturday night at 7 p.m., make it up. Maybe you guys start talking about grilling out and watching a football game. Even if you and your buddies are not grilling out or watching that football game, tell them you are. Call your buddies after. Say, hey, we got a potential guy. He's a stud. He's all-state basketball. I told him we were watching the so-and-so play on Sunday. We need to put together a barbecue now. Organize it. So even if it's not happening, you can tell a little white lie and organize it right after that. Everybody comfortable with that?
So jump right into it, role playing. So when you hear the word role playing, what comes to mind? I knew I was going to get that response. Give me an example. What comes to mind? Anyone? Don't have anything? What? I mean, it's awkward, it's corny, no one wants to do it. But listen, if you can stand up here and you can role play, if you can role play in front of your chapter, if you can role play in front of your peers, and you can do it efficiently and effectively, then you're going to have no problem doing that in the real world. Because yeah, it sucks. I mean, it goes through our training process when we train as consultants. We have directors in the back of the room that are watching us, giving us scenarios. And once we're done, they critique us on that. Yeah, it's awkward. It's nerve-wracking to see those guys that you look up to. They're giving you feedback, but once you do it in the real world, it comes naturally. So Josh and I are going to do a little role play ourselves to give you an example. They're going to have some of you guys come up. I'm going to play the role of the recruit. Josh is going to play the role of the pike, and it's a simple setup. I'm just shooting around in the gym.
Yeah, so we'll use the same example. So he's shooting. I got my foursome over here. Hey man, we need a 5th player. Do you mind stepping in?
Yeah, man.
Hey, that's great. I'm Josh Murphy.
Jared, nice to meet you.
Jared, nice to meet you as well. So we play, blah, blah, blah. Hey, Jared, man, that was a killer jump shot. You must have played in high school.
Yeah, I actually did. I played all 4 years. I actually had a couple of basketball scholarships, but I actually turned them down.
That's incredible. Are you from the Memphis area?
So no, I'm actually from Missouri.
Okay, so you played in Missouri.
Played in Missouri, yeah.
What brought you up to Memphis?
I got a scholarship here. Academically, it was a lot more than I was going to get in athletics, so figured I would take my athletic talents to Memphis instead of my academic talents instead of my athletics.
All right, incredible, man. So what are your career aspirations? What are you looking to do after college?
Well, my major is finance, so I'm looking to get into some type of investment banking or hopefully get on the floor of Wall Street someday.
Wow, I mean, that's something I don't have a lot of experience in. What made you want to get into that?
Honestly, I don't know. I really enjoy the stock market. I really like doing research, and it's something that's I think everyone should have a mindset of, because money's everything, right?
That's absolutely, man. It's money world, right? Well, hey, Jared, actually, I gotta get running, man. I gotta hit class in a minute.
Okay.
Let me grab your cell phone number. We're actually playing again tomorrow night. If you need down.
Yeah, sure, man. I just got here, so I don't really have anybody to play with. I had a good time today.
So you guys get it. It's natural conversation. We do this all the time. Role playing is awkward. It's even still awkward for us because we know each other. We live together. We know each other so well. But put yourself in the situation of this is going to make you better. Like I said, what is our mindset? If nothing else, we're going to be able to talk to who better? We're going to get dates. You're going to ask any girl on a date because you are so well versed with your verbiage because you can talk to anyone. So where are our volunteers at? Who's going to come up and do it first? Who's the recruitment chairman? Eduardo, let's go.
figured if I go first, I won't be picked on later. So.
So I'm gonna play the recruit. Jared's gonna pick a scenario.
Let's do the cafeteria.
Okay, so I'm sitting alone eating in the cafeteria. I'm not like a loser sitting alone, but so I'm visually striking. Of course.
What's up, man? Is anyone sitting here?
No.
You mind if I sit here?
Sure, that's fine. Yeah.
All right. Sit down. Hey, man. So what's your name?
Josh.
Josh. I'm Eduardo.
Eduardo, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. You from around here?
Yeah, I grew up in Memphis.
Okay. Very cool. So what brings you to this college?
You know, I'm a mama's boy, to be honest with you, man. I thought about going out of state, but I wanted to stay in Memphis. It's a good basketball program, a big basketball fan.
Oh, I
so.
definitely understand. That's why I'm here. I'm a mama's boy too, so I don't feel too bad or anything. But what do you do on campus? You get involved in anything? Or?
Yeah, I'm in student government. Yeah, I'm the senator.
Okay.
So.
Wow. Very cool. Wow. In my fraternity, we actually got a lot of brothers that are in those positions too.
Really? Maybe I know him.
Really? Oh, well, that's pretty cool. They're also involved in other places all over campus. Do you play any sports though?
No, I don't. No.
Okay, no sports. That's all right.
All right, let's wrap it up here. Hey, you're fine. Take a seat. That was good. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. It's nerve-wracking. I get it, especially when you get to recruit us. So, all right. So, what are some things he did well? Establish a connection. Establish a connection. He was friendly. No, that's most important, is being friendly, right? If the guy is going to be nice to me, I'm going to immediately warm up. What else did he do well? Warm up with confidence. Confidence. Hey, man, can I sit here? Is anybody sitting here? You mind if I take a seat? Absolutely. Okay. I'm assuming he's dressed nice. He looks like a normal guy. Of course I'm going to say yes. So what else did he do well? Focus on his questions.
Open-ended.
They were open-ended. Except for the sports one. They were all open-ended. So that got me talking. He asked me about myself. I think I was kind of mean to you on that when you asked me if I played sports. I did say I was a basketball fan. That was excellent because I said, yeah, I'm at Memphis because I'm a huge basketball fan. Great program. So he listened to that. He picked that up and then went with the next question of, did you play sports in high school? So that was excellent. Good job.
All right, who's the next guy? Yeah, come on.
All right, we're gonna do.
Everyone check you from.
Jim Sigma, University of Pittsburgh.
All right, so you guys both work on campus at the Coffee Mart.
Coffee Mart,
So
awesome.
make a
Very
copy.
full seats at the coffee mart. I like that. Awesome. So working together.
Yeah, you guys work together.
Wonderful, man. What's up, man?
Hey, man, what's up?
Got in here early, dude. Better than me on today. Better than me.
Hey, trying to get on the grind, man.
Yeah, dude. I know. It's got me like making a little bit of money while I'm here, dude.
Trying to. A little bit's right.
Yeah, it's a little bit, but hey, gotta offset this college cost every little bit. Memphis ain't cheap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Beale Street.
Oh yeah. Dude, man. Go cost up. You going out last night at Beale Street?
Yeah, I did.
Really?
That cost.
You
That's
want
why
to-
I'm here. That's why I'm here
You want
today.
a cup
Because
of
I spent
coffee
way
now?
too much money.
A little bit of coffee now?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Wake
thanks.
you up. Wake you up.
That's my fourth cup.
I don't blame you, man. I was out probably at 4 o'clock last night out there too.
Dang.
What you end up doing?
I went to 152. Just lost track of time like I always do on a Saturday night.
Good
and-
place. Good place.
Yeah.
Sweet. But I mean, gotta keep stuff on the right track a little bit. Can only do that a few days a week, right?
All right, I know. How it goes.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what do you do? What are you studying here, Dan?
What am I studying?
Yeah, school.
Finance, actually.
Oh, very cool, very cool. So you realize how much money you're losing.
That's the sad part.
Yeah,
so-
man, it's rough, real rough, real rough. What do you see yourself doing with financing?
I'm looking to go into investment banking, probably something on the stock market, trading. It's
Okay.
really interesting. It's really high paced.
You don't want to keep serving coffee for the rest of your life?
If I can't, no. I'd like to get out of that.
Yeah, I mean, career aspirations, good. I like it, man. I like it. But hey, we're actually probably going out to 152 again tonight. If you want to join us, that'd be sweet. Oh, 2 days in a row. I don't want to push it, but would you want to go with us?
I could probably snack a couple drinks.
Sweet. We'll probably be meeting up around like 10 o'clock down at the lobby. You want to join?
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah. Can I grab your number? I'll hit you up like before we head up to going out.
Sure, man. Sure.
All right, sweet. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Yeah. Good job. Great job. do you do well? Okay, I got my number. Starting out, what did he do well?
Good attitude.
Great attitude, open-ended questions. He actually found out a lot about me, what I do. Obviously, he pretty much knew me because we worked together. That would maybe be a little easier scenario. But he found out things about me, where I went to school. He hit some talking points, and then he got my number. He got out.
It would be a really quick shift at work, now that I'm thinking about it. I just put it to work for like 4 minutes and left. Whatever.
I guess who's next? What's that?
Got the Delta for Southern College.
What's our scenario?
All right. This will be a common one, and I really want to hit on this. So, move-in day at the dorms.
Day at the dorms.
So Josh is moving in. You just helped him move in, and you're in his room.
I just helped him move.
You just helped him move into his room on campus.
Okay. Hey man, Josh, that's the last bit of it.
Yeah, that's it, man.
That's it.
Yeah.
What's going on? Yeah, if you need anything else, let me know. Setting up or anything like that. Where you
Cool.
coming from, actually?
I came from Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
It's a long way, man.
It was quite a trek. Quite a
Did you
trek.
fly or?
Yeah, well, I drove because I have my Audi. So.
Oh, okay. You drove your Audi?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, what brings you to Memphis?
Just going to school.
Going to school? How'd you find out about Memphis, Arizona?
It was a great MBA program. I'm looking at doing business after my undergrad, so I figured I'd stay out here for the 5 or 6 years it takes to get that.
Okay, I'm actually a business major as well.
Okay.
It's a great program, yeah, so I found out about it. So I'm here as well.
Cool.
You guys, so since you moved in, you do anything later today? Once you get settled?
Probably to settle in. No plans, like I said. Phoenix to Memphis. I don't know a lot of people.
Well, some of our friends are going out to this restaurant that just opened up down the road. If you want to join us, probably get to know a little bit more.
Yeah.
Since you just
why
got
not?
here, introduce some friends, and then we'll go on from there.
Sure, that'd be great.
Alright, so I'll let them know because I have to run and keep moving with some other guys. So if you want to give me your number and I'll hit you up maybe later tonight, and
Cool.
we'll take it
Yeah,
from there.
absolutely.
All right, sounds good.
Good job. Good job. So what are some things you did well with that one?
Once our conversation kind of like worked his path and came to an end, he's like, all right, time to get out of here. Hey, what are you doing later tonight? And that was a good transition. You kind of realized, all right, this conversation's ending. It might start getting awkward, and then you got out of there and cut the number.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What else? There's one I'm looking for that I liked a lot about that one. You didn't mention Pike. If it's the art of making friends, and you start to shove Pike down his throat, like, yeah, I'm all my Pike fraternity bros. We're grabbing some food later. A lot of people think it's like, oh, I need to shove Pike on the guy. You're just making friends. When I show up, later to eat with them, I meet his buddies. His buddies are all cool. They're dressed nice. Maybe a guy is wearing a Pike shirt. I'm like, oh, these cool guys are fraternity guys. And they've immediately put a great impression in my mind that fraternity guys aren't the stereotype you see in Animal House. So I'm a big fan of that because that's how you make friends. You're not shoving the organization down their throat. You're talking to them.
Who does move-in day? All right, who doesn't do move-in day? Some people?
Do it.
Okay, move-in day is key. So on campus, I'm going to put thousands of freshmen in one central location, and I have a reason to talk to them. Why would I not go do that? I mean, it's key, and obviously, when he moves in, it's his first day. What's he doing that night? Probably nothing, because he knows not a single person. So that's just a key in right there. Say, hey, what are you doing tonight? Well, I'm not doing shit. So,
All right, let's do one more. Don't make me call on something. I don't want to do that. There we go. There we go. All right.
what chapter from?
Game of Islam University also.
Okay. So we're gonna use this scenario to lead into our next point. So you walk into an elevator, and Jared is the student body president on campus. That's your scenario.
Hi, Jared. Haven't I seen you from somewhere?
Yeah, actually, I'm the student body president, so that's probably you see my face around campus on some magazines and some really big billboards.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I've got a lot of friends that are trying to get
they trying to do?
Well, I've got some guys that are on the council and in the Senate, and I mean, I myself am like maybe trying to get involved in student government. So.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you might actually know some of them. Will Johnson, you know him?
No?
Okay, well, I mean, he's said a lot of great things about some of the things that you've done for student government, and maybe it'd be kind of cool if you, me, and him could get together sometime and kind of talk about, what's going on here at TU.
Sure, I'd absolutely love to do that.
All right, well, this is my floor, so I'm gonna get off.
Okay.
How about I get your number, and we'll meet up sometime tomorrow. Okay?
Absolutely,
Fine.
absolutely.
All right, cool.
You guys out. Great job.
Good job.
So what did you do well there? A couple things. You got any you got out? Referral, even though I didn't know, I probably would have. I was going to give you a hard time. Exactly, referrals are huge. Something else that I'm looking for. Exactly. With a big guy like that, I'm a big man on campus. I'm a student body president. I probably have a lot of that going on. But still, everyone loves to hear your name, just like Josh said, and everyone loves to hear what a good job you're doing and the accomplishments that you have. So great job doing that. And then you actually played it out well. Where yeah, this guy, I'm looking to get in student government too. You appealed to his ideas. Let's go sit down. Great job.
You did something that was really great for getting a phone number without making it awkward as well. Does anybody know what it is?
When he had to leave.
Okay, so he had to leave, but before that, what did he do that made it not weird when he asked for his phone
Set
number?
up a meeting. Well, it was not just him and Jared and.
There are two people, that's true, but that's not what I'm looking for. For those of you guys who are in the second recruitment benchmark session, you should all know this.
He said they should get lunch.
Right, he created an opportunity for them to hang out. Right? He didn't say, hey man, can I have your number? It might be a little weird. However, he said, hey, I'd love to sit down with you and talk to you about some of the things you're doing on student government. There's no student government president that's going to say no to that. So it just makes sense then that they would exchange numbers. So he created that opportunity. That's what's key.
So I use that scenario because I want to transition into our next point of unique selling points. So your elevator pitch. If you get into a guy, that's legitimately what it means. If you get into an elevator, you have 30 seconds to sell a guy before he gets off on his floor. Are you comfortable doing that? Are you going to say the right things to get him interested in Pi Kappa Alpha? So who has an elevator pitch? We'll start with Jared. Boom, go.
You know, Josh, when I first came to college, I honestly had no idea what a fraternity was. And when I joined the organization, I found that it grew me personally and it grew me professionally more than any classroom that I've ever had. And it's a personal investment in myself.
Perfect. Less than 30 seconds. There's two ways you can do it. You can talk about unique selling points or maybe your chapters, some great things you guys do. If this individual is maybe interested in philanthropy and you guys throw an awesome philanthropy event, talk about how great that is. Or you can go kind of how Jared went, what it did for him, his personal story. People want to see results. So what did it result in when Jared joined Pi Kappa Alpha? So who has an elevator pitch? Go ahead. Say your name and chapter too, please.
Jarrett Walden, Eta Upsilon, University of Texas Arlington. Okay, when I was a freshman, I waited a year before I rushed. I was decided I would be a good little engineering student and study. Come to find out I was lacking a lot of my college experiences, hearing friends from other schools getting to do awesome things. So I went and checked out Greek life. And within 2 semesters, I've watched myself grow personally exponentially. Between my interpersonal skills, my communication skills, I was able to communicate. I was never able to stand up and talk in front of people. I would stutter, I'd look at the ground, I'd fidget. Now, I'm able to get in front of a large group of people and give a speech and portray my thoughts and ideas better. And this is extraordinary for an engineering student because about 99% of them cannot do that. So for me, it's been an excellent experience.
Great, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Who's the one to share another unique selling point, elevator pitch? Yeah, go ahead, Dave.
I'm gonna do a unique selling point, like more about my chapter than Kappa Alpha. But so basically, when I came to college, I knew so little about fraternities and sororities. I didn't even know you had to pay for them. So everyone's like, "Oh, you pay for your friends," and I'm like, "What? I didn't even know you paid for them." But what the cool thing is I found out that I got to be a part of an organization where I got to determine my own destiny. As a colony right now, we have the chance to really set the visions and the principles and everything that you could really imagine could be the ideal fraternity, I have the chance to put my own hand in that. So there's a lot of great leadership opportunities, and on top of that, it's a great group of brotherhood that I really didn't expect. So the Arizona State University Delta Tau Colony really does have something special going on.
Cool. Thank you. All right, so we're going to take a couple minutes. For those of you that don't have an elevator pitch, you're going to jot some thoughts down on paper. So you guys, when I get in the elevator and I'm the student body president, you are comfortable telling me why Pi Kappa Alpha is the best fraternity on campus, why I should join Pi Kappa Alpha. So this is something that happens after you've already made that initial contact. And after you guys write them down, we're gonna have some of you come up and use them on us. Take a couple minutes.
These guys some criticism, especially if you're doing role playing. Like if they say something that's not right, or if they're weird about it, critique them and then make sure they know what they did wrong and how to do things. It's good. Like we're highlighting all the good points. Make sure you point out what they need to change as well.
So his glasses reflecting off.
Appreciate you. Appreciate looking out for me.
Yep. Yes, that's the actual.
I'm actually gonna get some water. You want to join? Your number. You get some water.
Get the glasses on. Dirty up the glasses, not the cups.
Huh?
Dirty up the glasses.
Oh yeah, man.
That's what he is.
Figure. It's a shot glass.
It's like shots.
Did you hard last night?
Appreciate that.
I got chills in my head. So not good. So you're gonna work up good.
All right, we'll give you probably another 30 seconds. Wrap it up. All right, who has one? Eduardo?
Can I hold this or should I just?
No, you just, what do you want to do? Stand up, bring him up here? Okay, yeah, come up here.
My actual elevator? Or my
Yeah, so we're in an elevator.
Okay.
We're in an elevator. I pretty much ask you, like, Wi-Fi.
Okay. Well, when I came to college as a freshman in Fullerton, I hated fraternities. They all look like douchebags, and I didn't like talking to any of them. They're all super annoying. And then I stumbled upon Pike, and they live by a thing called SLAG. It stands for Scholars, Leaders, Athletes, and Gentlemen. And then I found out that Pike has a top GPA, and I talked to some other guys, and they help each other pick classes. They help each other, they tutor each other. They also have the most involved leaders on campus. They got orientation leaders, tour guides. They got guys in IFC, ASI. Then also I found out that they're #1 in athletics in Greek, and they're top 3 in all intramural teams. And also they're socially preferred. For the most part, they're gentlemen, and girls eat that up. And I know how to dress better, and I know how to talk to people better. And that's why I chose Pike.
So what did you do well? Okay. Anybody else?
Kind of outlined SLAG, like everything we have to offer. Like he said, I have this network of guys that we help each other. You're showing the value in joining.
Okay.
USPs, right?
Yeah, USPs. What do you think you could have done better?
Probably could look at you. Just talk personal experience more, I guess.
Personal experience, you can go either way with it. Kind of what I was looking for is you gave me a lot of information in that 30 seconds. If I'm not Greek, or if I don't know anything about the Greek community and you're just trying to sell me on intramurals and Greek stuff, I'm not going to know what that is. So maybe narrow it down 2 or 3 very, very specific main points that's right to your chapter. You know what I mean?
No, I thought that was
Cool. All right, who's next? Come on up. You know, Evan, I'm looking at SAE, I'm looking at CF, I'm looking at Sigma Chi. You know, why should I join Pike?
I'll tell you, when I came to Pitt, I knew I didn't want to join a fraternity. And then I met the Pikes. Now, I couldn't imagine college without it. The amount of opportunities Pike has presented with me is just outright incredible. To dominate campus with my amazing new family demonstrates the pinnacle of Pike's rich tradition. And that is why I think you could be a Pike. You're good enough.
Thank you.
Awesome.
So what did he do well? Anybody?
Painted a picture.
What's that?
Painted a picture for the.
Painted a picture? What could he have improved upon?
You don't really want to bash any other fraternities, so if you say you look at other places, say, you know, that's okay. You don't want to say, like, those guys are idiots.
Sure. Really, I actually haven't heard much about SAE, haven't heard much about Sigma Chi, not too familiar with SIGA. Things like those phrases completely just demolish them without putting them down. One thing that I would have liked to see is more unique selling points. There's a lot of words in there, but it didn't really tell me why Pike is better, why Pike is an attractive fraternity as opposed to the other ones. I could probably have a pretty good fraternal experience at every fraternity I joined. But there wasn't quantifiable information about Pike. It's really gonna say, okay, yeah, that's the line I'm gonna go to. So. Remember guys, what does your chapter calling do well? You guys winning intramurals. You guys have the biggest philanthropy on campus. Think about those things.
All right, so now we're moving on to no factors. So can anyone tell me what a no factor is? Eduardo?
A reason why someone would not join your fraternity.
Great. Give me some examples. Money.
Family.
Family. Parents don't want me to do it. Time. Girlfriend. Yeah. Just like unique selling points, guys, you need an answer for each one of those no factors in your head. On top. Josh, I don't have any money to join a fraternity, man.
You know, Jared, I felt that way when I was actually going through the recruitment process. What I found is that I wanted to get a job because it was worth it to me. I looked at Pi Kappa Alpha as an investment in myself and for my future. This is going to lead me to get a better job, be able to network with alumni, and do a ton of things that I wouldn't be able to do on my own. I mean, I'm going to be spending money on the weekends, having fun anyways. Why not pull it all together with a bunch of my best friends and do amazing things?
All right, so he hit on 2 points. What do you notice that he did? What did he do? Can you point it out?
Feel found.
Feel, felt, found. Those are 3 words that you can use to combat every no factor. I feel where you're coming from. I felt the same way as you. And when I joined the organization, this is what I found. So we're going to do, so who wants to try one? Okay, come on.
We're going to get you guys up and moving.
Come on, guys. So, to set the scene, it's bid week. Josh is probably the 3rd time he's been to your recruitment event. You guys know each other, and then he's gonna wing it. So
I'm sold on Pike, man. I really want to do it, and I appreciate the bid, Logan, but I just don't think my parents are gonna let me.
Yeah, I feel you. When I was going through Rush, when I was going through Rush, I found my parents were the same way. My dad actually went to a school where there wasn't a Greek life, and he didn't understand the whole Greek system, and so it took him a while for him to come around. But once I actually showed him the GPA lineup and that our GPA is higher than the all-male average at the overall university, he's definitely seemed to come around. And just with the school being as small as it is, it's a great way to just get plugged in. So I would encourage you to think about it a little bit more from that aspect.
Well, I mean, I thought about it. I'm game. It's just, I just don't think my parents will let me though.
Okay. Well, we actually have this letter that we mail out to all the parents who are a little bit skeptical. Maybe we could give you one of those, and if you would like, myself or our president could maybe get in contact with your parents if you think that would help.
Probably. Cool. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm ready to sign.
Okay.
So guys, thank you, Logan. What did he do well with that?
like Professor Gillens and resilience when basically you came back at it like the same, like the second time with the exact same things as the first time. So you get to
I was looking for one thing that you didn't say.
Well, he could have asked you why that your parents were against it. You could be more narrow it down.
Answer my question with the question. What do your parents think? Well, my parents think that we're just a bunch of, you know, frat animals, or that it's just drinking. All we're gonna do is drink and party, and my parents are really concerned about my grades. I'm here on scholarship. So, also though, you utilize alumni in this case. Hey, you know, I completely understand what you're saying. We actually have some pretty successful alumni from our chapter. It might be easier if they talk to them from an adult standpoint, and they can explain to your parents what it did for them and how it's propelled them to new places with their career. So.
Yeah, also with that, utilize your resources. Pikes.org, a website, a Shield and Diamond, maybe your chapter's newsletter. Bring that, give that to them. Make them take that home to their parents and ask them. If your parents have any questions whatsoever about anything that is on this document or is in this magazine, feel free for them to give me a call. All right. Somebody else? No.
Alex, we're next.
All right, what's going on here? Same ordeal. So, Max, I really had a good time with your guys. I love the house, but honestly, I'm involved in a lot of stuff. I don't think I'm gonna have the time, man.
Yeah, dude, you know, I mean, I understand what you're saying. You know, coming in as a freshman, you know, time is always a concern. You know, obviously you're here at TU, you know, for the right reasons. You want to make good grades. You know, you want to focus on what's important. And, you know, I mean, I felt the same way when I was coming in my freshman year. You know, I knew I was going to be involved, maybe student government and sports or whatever it was. And, you know, I didn't know if I had time for a fraternity life. And, you know, the more I looked into it and talked to the guys at Pike and learned about a lot of the brothers, I found out, you know, that really within our organization, there's a lot of guys who are multi-involved, and actually being a member of Pike actually helps you manage that better. Is there anything in specific that's going to take your time that you think is holding?
I'm involved in 2 student organizations. I have a job. I'm taking actually 3 extra classes, so I have about 21 hours.
Okay, gotcha. So you know, it's a lot of academics. You know, I think you know, with Pike, lots of our brothers can help you out. You know, as far as classes.
You're good. I'm just messing with you. You're good. That was perfect almost. Give me a hand. That was really good. I messed with you a little bit.
21 hours. He's probably just leave now.
He's be the president of chapter now, right? Yeah. What do you do well? And you do a lot of things well. What do you do well?
Talked about his experience.
Talked about his experience, yeah.
I asked him why. Like, he also used it to promote Pike.
Sure, he did. He asked me why he asked me other questions besides that. You know, why are you getting involved? What are you doing? So that creates interest in me. I know that he's asking those questions. I know that now he's really genuinely interested in what I have to say, which is a big plus. Good job. Yeah. Right.
Alex, no,
Alex,
we got Alex
and
first.
then-
Yeah, you go, David. All right, Alex. Yeah, man. Yeah, I really appreciate this week. I'm ready to sign, but something's holding me back. I graduate next year. I only have 1 year left in school.
Well, Josh, you know what? A lot of people who join late, they really regret joining so late, and they wish that they joined earlier. People who join their junior year, they are so happy that they did, and honestly, it'll really impact your life. Even joining as late as you will, even though you're going to graduate, it's still going to give you a great year. Our new member education process is going to be fun. It's not going to be, you know, too daunting on you. You're going to have a good time doing it, and your spring semester is going to be great as well, and then it's going to give you great years past.
Okay. All right. I don't know if I'm sold, but you know, I'm gonna be a pledge for a semester, and then I'm gonna only be active just for the spring. Like, what's it really gonna do for me for my career?
Well, our new member education program is only 8 weeks. Is only 8 weeks long, so it's really only half the semester that you're devoting to us, and even that is not too much of a commitment. We're very good about it. We're very lenient, and we know how to make it very fun. Even though you're only going to be with us for 1 semester at our school, as an alumni, you'll always be welcome to be involved with us. You'll still be involved in the chapter, and then Pike is also the most networking fraternity in the entire country, and it'll give you many great things from our Pike University. which is an event that educates people on how to be great leaders and how to be successful in their lives.
Cool. I was looking for alumni, so you did. David. Appreciate it. So what did he do well? Alumni. Once Pike, always Pike, right? You're going to get those studs who are probably going to be a huge leader, especially in that new member class and in the fraternity for maybe it's just one semester. They're really going to impact the fraternity. Maybe he's a student body president. That's why he's joining late, because he was going through student government his whole first 3 years. I want to know what it's going to do for me in the long run. So what am I going to gain from Pi Kappa Alpha after my undergraduate years? Yeah.
What was the actual statistic? It was like being an undergrad is only like what, like 5%.
I'm not quite sure this.
I remember hearing in one of the videos from Mike.
Yeah, but think about it. Think about our the board of directors, the student council. They're still heavily involved in Pi Kappa Alpha. Look what it's done for them. We work for Pike. So look at, there's opportunities outside. There's guys that are going to get jobs just because of their Pi Kappa Alpha experience. A lot of guys get jobs just because they're Greek. So talk about that. Anything else?
Hey guys, you want to take, so you started to do it at the end. With these no factors, essentially what you want to do is not only respond to what they're saying. You don't want to just be defensive. What you want to do is turn that no factor into a positive thing. She says, man, I only got 1 year left. I'm going to graduate next year. Josh, that's excellent. In fact, that's great for you because you're only going to commit 1 year to undergraduate time in the chapter. However, you're going to be a member for life, which means that you're plugged into a network of highly successful alumni all over North America and all over the world. You're going to be in that forever. So you can utilize that and harness that to further your career in the future. In addition, coming in older, you're going to have the chance to lead and kind of be a mentor to some of the younger members that may be in your new member class, and that's going to give you leadership experience that you can put on a resume and talk about in a job interview.
Exactly.
So that's where you take it, and you're actually, you can do it with almost any no factor. You can say, that's excellent, I'm glad you said that. You feel felt found for stuff like parents or money, something like, man, I'm a senior, I don't have enough time. That's great. We want men who are involved in other things. I'm a senior, that's excellent. You're going to get these benefits from it. You turn it around and turn it into a USP.
To do one more? Time for one more? Oh, yeah. Sorry, David.
Oh, yeah, David.
Right here.
Give you a good one. It's the last one. David, man, I really enjoyed coming around this week. It's been awesome. Just my dad and my grandfather was an SAE, and they're really pushing me to join SAE.
Okay. I can see how you feel like that. Well, let me tell you what it's like. My grandfather actually, he was in T, but my dad, he never really got into. He never really got into the fraternity life. But even when I talk to my grandfather, he always gives me, he's give me a no use, you little pike you. But I think it's kind of funny. To me, I really like the principles more than anything, and I'm sure that the fact that you're still going to be involved in Greek life is, even if it's probably not your parents' first choice, I think they're definitely going to see all the benefits that you're going to have in Greek life, because I'm sure they already enjoy those. They probably, if it was up to them, they'd probably want you to join SAE, but I'm more than certain that they would, that if they knew that you were happy and that you were doing something that you're passionate about, they're going to support you 100%.
Cool. Good job.
What do you do well? What do you do well?
Kept it positive.
Kept it positive, okay. So what could you have done better?
You could have kind of said oh, well, congratulations, it's a big deal to be a legacy, but that was right for them. Maybe this is right for you. That was for them and their college experience.
Okay.
And then kind of talk about that.
You can talk about how every chapter is different, and joining the organization nationally is not the same as joining that specific chapter. Maybe those guys aren't really right for him to hang around.
Okay.
Maybe reinforce the Pike values again and remember why he's interested in Pike.
Okay, one more.
When we were presented with this, I like to say, stress you're given the opportunity to build your own legacy be able to create your own thing. You're not necessarily going in because you feel like you're in the shadow or you have to. You're given the chance to start new and create something for your own.
Yeah, you guys pretty much hit on it. That's pretty on point. Yeah, you know, your dad was actually, that's great. But here's your chance to start your own legacy. And you guys kind of hit on it too with the Greeks is, even though we're in different fraternities, we're all part of the same organization. We're all part of Greeks. And that, you can use that in an alumni relations standpoint, as that just furthers your network in Greek life. And also you can turn in the fact that, you know, David, I had a lot of friends too. I had a lot of friends at Rush Sigma Chi. I am still best friends with those guys. But still, I have my own little network with Pike as well. So I've grown my social network ×2.
All right, guys, we'll close out our session. First off, do we have any questions regarding anything we went over? The 5-step process, USBs, yes.
What do you do when you're having a conversation and you actually you throw in a close question like what happened when, I think it was at Florida when he first came up, he threw in a close question about athletics and the question, more or less the conversation died. How do you salvage that?
I mean, if he had, did you play sports in high school? No. Then you just real quick, okay, well, so what were you involved in? Okay, there's your open question. Sorry, Carlos. Yeah, just ask him an open question after that. If he says no, it's not the end of the world. Don't let it throw you off. That's why practice makes perfect. I really encourage you all to bring this back to your chapter. Make a game out of it. For instance, how do we get good at this? Is we walk around and maybe I walk into work one day, and right as I walk in the office, Jared just goes, Josh, why Pike? Boom, go. And I have to give my elevator speech. Maybe I'm literally using the restroom, and he walks up and says, Josh, I just don't have the time for Pike Catholic as I'm taking a whiz. You guys got to think on your feet. These are going to happen, and this will help you get better. Like we said, practice makes perfect. You're not just going to wake up one day and be able to talk to anyone, no problem. You have to practice at this. So, any other questions?
Yeah, guys, make sure you utilize your resources too. Pikes.org, chapter resource in your recruitment tab. We're talking about no factors. There's actually, in the recruitment handbook, there's a write-up of a paragraph of every no factor that you can think of. So that's where you can pull a lot of your material from. So make sure you utilize that.
I just want to reinforce Josh's point about practicing. You guys hear, you see Josh and Jared up here, you hear what they say, and you hear what Kurt and I talk about in the other sessions, and you see us do it, and it's clean, and it's crisp every single time. Well, it wasn't always like that. Over summer for consultant training, we practiced this stuff over and over and over again. I've been doing this position, I've been working for the fraternity for 2 years, and I've been teaching this stuff over and over and over. You get better at it as you practice it more and do it more, and you get better as you teach it more. The more you teach it, the better, the more you practice, and the better you get. And that's where you start to become flawless every single time. So don't get down on yourself. Practice it, and then train your chapter brothers. And when you train your chapter brothers and your colony brothers, and you do this stuff at the recruitment retreat and you facilitate it, you're going to get exponentially better yourself. So practice, practice, and practice, and go out there and do it. And every single time you're going to get a little bit better.
Any other questions? All right, your next session is your 6 p.m. meeting with your chapter consultant. So take care. Thanks for attending.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Solid.
Yeah.
Sold on.
All right. That's fine. That's fine. I'm glad, man. I'm glad.
Doing good? Thank you. Good job. Dude, you're sharp. It's all training round 2. You gotta do better.
Nothing. Y'all didn't know the English yesterday, any of them. And I went to Dallas. And we're both new to run the we got this shit in the fall. And as far as doing the interview process,
Good, man. How are you?
I've been told like.
You mind if I record Jordan my mic? I'm just kind of going around and.
So, describe me for
Then yeah, that's a tactic.
Oh, it's on tape?
Just basically any other like closing tactics.
So whenever I present the bid, the way I would go into it is I'm a big fan of, first of all, you have to be transparent. Did you guys go to the interview process?
Yeah,
Okay,
we've been there.
okay, so you guys saw that yesterday. So as Joe and I talked about it, the way I do it is, I'll start with, what hesitations you think someone might have in joining our organization? What hesitations would you have? Oh, well, so you get the no factors out really. Yeah, maybe you do like the yes thing. I'm not saying that's a bad thing at all, but you're not getting the real, you're not getting a reason. He's not getting the no factors out. Maybe he still has some that. Maybe it's like, yes, I want to join. Actually, my parents still don't let me. But I still don't have the I still don't have the time. That all sounds great. So I would really recommend getting the no factors out first, then you do the yes thing. So because they might have the hesitations, they might, at the 2 weeks later, because you didn't clarify those no factors, they're dropping because they don't. So you really want to get yours right. And then the way I like to do it is I like to just relate it back
we watch one of
You're Scott.
They kind of give you.
So you got to pick up on that. They relate how far back that fits there. If they don't necessarily.
Yeah, you talked to me at,
we see Pike out of Helena. So you figure
Right,
out
talk to me
how it's going to help them.
Right.
Let's say for the
It's sort of blurred, yeah.
Why Pike? I like to relate it back to Slag. I like to relate it back to Slag. And that. Say, we think
Yes,
you're
these are
going to
awesome.
job, take it back to your fitness organization. They're not thousands of people. Don't let silence take you out of crappy situations. So, I guarantee if you sit there long enough, don't say anything, look at you. If you sit there,
This would be like the first time we're going to do this. I was going to tell you something.
yeah, and there, like I said, all online, we have all of the process. We have scripts, and that's what we do.
Yeah, we've read them.
I'm still gonna do that. I like to, every time I do a session like this, I'm doing role play myself. You're never gonna maximum attention. New ways to sell people, new ways to use vocab. New role play. I would take that back to the child. Most people on stage do exactly what it is. I used to we work but it's of course, guys. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Sessions as well, like going.
I look forward to it. Well, I thought you still had it. I did, but I mean, I went. Where'd you guys go? To Birch.
Little homie don't draw on there? Yeah. No, you're in color for us.
Right off the elevator and go straight. The main floor, right? Another floor, right above the main floor. Yeah. Alright, hurry up, I'm sorry.
So you guys enjoy the weekend?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Sound like you enjoyed it. Tired? Yeah. I get that. Excited for tonight?
Yeah. I don't hear about it.
You know what? We might go back to Spike, then we'll walk with Spike and Mike.
He'll be like, "There's office now." You told me to get a late afternoon play, so I did.
We're all the same like I said.
Doing fourth?
Well, this is going to go on right now.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
What was this motion? he was in the room.
Give it another minute, then we'll get started.
Yeah, we did, but not you.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Seems like a better If they are here.
Long ago. Just a wee little fella?
Yeah, a long time.
All right. So hope you guys have had a great weekend so far. Enjoyed all the sessions. I know I've enjoyed the speakers. Anybody else? The speakers were great. If I call your chapter and you're here, please let me know because I have your folder. Alpha, Theta, Zeta, Iota, Gamma. You. And then Lambda, Omega. There you are. Alright, and if you guys haven't filled out your standards, the PyCap Alpha standards, please fill it out and get it to me tonight. If not, then I will be in contact with you and we'll do it some other way to get the administrative part over with. But for today, this session, generally these wrap-ups are a lot of discussing the things you guys learned and talking about the next steps for my job. But we're gonna do a little more interactive activity, get you guys off your feet, off your chairs, and get just a little more interactive and get the blood flowing. So over this weekend, all the sessions, just raise your hand. What are the top things that you guys learned, like the top educational points that you're going to take home to your home chapter? Just want to raise your hand. There you go.
There's some good money management tips I learned a lot about.
Money management, all right. How about, that's great, but how about some more chapter focus?
The recruitment process.
Recruitment process? Ingress?
During rush, it's key to delegate a lot of positions so you can get a lot of the fraternity involved.
Okay, so delegation. Want to write this down, Scott?
Sorry.
Sorry, so recruitment, delegation, and ingress.
PR stuff, like getting good news out and managing that as well.
PR, fantastic.
How to talk to people.
How to talk to people? That's key. That's important everywhere. Let's see where we go. Alright, let's go two more. So, anything you guys think will, when you take home to your chapter, the key point that you think will make a huge impact at your home organization? It's got to be something. There you go.
We can use some of the technology, at least our chapter hasn't been using to help stand out among the other fraternities.
There you go. So the technology and resources. One more.
Getting others inspired.
Inspired. There we go. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pick the top 3 of these 5 that you guys feel are the most impactful for your organization. The most impactful that when you take this understanding back to your chapter, it'll make the organization better and you can teach it to everyone else. So we'll just do a quick raise of hands. We'll go through each one. So who thinks recruitment is a top idea to go over? All right, I think that's one of the winners. Who thinks it's Ingress?
Oh, no one else talking about it.
Oh, that's a sore subject. Who thinks public relations?
PR.
PR looks like it's a winner too. Technology and resources? Not so much. Inspiring members? All right. So we got our top 3. Come on, guys. So our top 3, we have recruitment, public relations, inspiring members. What we'll do is we're going to divide up the whole group here between the 3 posters that are across the room. If you can, divide it between your chapters so not all of you are going to the same poster. And each one of these is going to be a center point. Now, who went to the strategic planning sessions today and yesterday? Okay, I need 3 volunteers amongst you guys. Whoever, come on down. 2 more. Come on, guys. Yep, you know you want to. Come on.
All right.